Hey, Bender.
Hey, Duster, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. The first round of the playoffs start today. So I'm excited.
Yep, same,
Actual
same.
playoffs now, not playing round anymore.
It seemed like it was everything was on the table. So it was a great playing rounds, and a lot of things came to the surface. Predictions, man. It's you can talk about it, you can look on paper, but you still got to play the games. So the top stars in the league kind of figured that out. That you got to play a full 5 games to get it figured out.
Yeah, a lot of stars eliminated. And of course, the Rangers last night get the first round pick. Join your favorite Taco Taco
Taco
on the left,
Taco.
along with Artemi Panarin and Chris Kreider. So some pretty strong down the left-hand side now for the Rangers after they take Alexi Lafreniere, which I'm assuming that's who they'll take. Stranger things have happened, but we'll go with that. So let's look at some predictions now. You went 2-6 in the first round, which puts you on par with Nick Katsanika, a columnist, an NHL columnist. You got Calgary right, and of course the Blue Jackets. And I was a lowly 1-7 on the play-in round, but I did tie Tim Campbell, a staff writer for NHL.com.
Yeah, I was going to say that you could work for NHL.com.
Yeah. Let's start in the Western Conference. Vegas Knights versus Chicago.
Well, I'm going to go with the Vegas Knights. They looked incredibly tough in this series. They're very deep. I think Chicago it has a fine team. Their veteran grit really shine through with Tays and Sad. I think that the Vegas Knights are going to take this series. I think they're going to take the series in 3 games. So we're still in a 5-game series, correct?
No, these are 7-game
Oh,
series.
okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I just I don't know, had a brain fart there. I think they'll take it. I think they'll take it in 4.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to see Chicago do well, give a little bit of a last go round for Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, some of the guys that have been there forever and made them a great franchise and a great team. I think Vegas is going to take it. I think Chicago will hold on. I'll take Vegas in 6 on that one. Okay. Let's move on to Colorado, Arizona. I think this is an interesting matchup.
Oh, for sure. I think that Arizona surprised me. I really did not expect them to get through the National Predators. I think it was a hard fought series. I think that Colorado has quite a bit of talent as well. I'm going to take Colorado in 5.
Colorado in 5. That's what I'm going with too. I like Arizona, like you. I was surprised to see him get past Nashville. Darcy Kemper stays hot like he has been. This game could go 6 or 7. Arizona could even win it, but I'm going to go with Colorado in 5.
Right.
Let's go on to Dallas, Calgary.
Well, again, I expected Dallas to play a little bit better than they did, especially with that front line. I think Jamie Benn is one of my favorite players. I think Dallas is probably going to take this series. I think it's going to take him a little bit to get past. I think that Tkachuk plays with a lot of passion. He's got to put that mouthpiece in though. That thing it's just going to get him hurt at some point. I take Dallas in 6.
Dallas in 6. Well, I'm going to go the other way on this. Dallas struggled a little bit in the round robins. And I like Jamie Benn. I like a lot of their players, and they're a very strong defensive team. But Calgary, to me, almost seems like a team of destiny. I mean, I had Winnipeg picked to win that series before, but Calgary played really good hockey in that series. And I know, say what you want about Winnipeg being without Scheifele, but I'm going to go with Calgary in that series. Let's move on to last year's Stanley Cup champions, the St. Louis Blues versus the Vancouver Canucks.
Okay, well, Calgary in how many games there, partner?
Oh, Calgary in 6.
Okay. All right. We got it. We got it marked down. You said um,
St.
Vancouver
Louis.
and St. Louis. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Blues are much too deep. Unbelievable. They had a great round robin as well. I take St. Louis in 5. I think that Vancouver will they'll sneak one in there. I think they're actually going to sneak one game in there, but I don't think that they have the depth to be able to get past the St. Louis Blues.
I agree. I'm going the same. St. Louis in 5 in that. St. Louis is a deep team and a team much like the Blue Jackets. I mean, no superstars. They do everything the right way. Although Tarasenko is a budding superstar in the league, he's still not thought of on the lines of the Crosbys, the McKinnons, the Canes, all them. But yeah, I think St. Louis will take this series in 5. Let's move on to the Eastern Conference. Boston, Carolina.
Well, I think that the Boston's a great team, but after seeing what Carolina's done, I'm gonna take Carolina in this series. I think it may go. Longer in this series. I think it's going to be hard fought. Strength in both teams, goaltending and whatnot. But I'm going to take Carolina in 6 games this time.
Carolina in 6. Yeah, this is one of the harder ones for me. I think Boston's a great team. And I think Carolina's a great team. Obviously, all 16 teams left are great teams, and the 8 eliminated were great teams for that matter. But Boston, I think, was hurt a little bit by the long layoff and everything else. They've got some older players, with Chara and some of the guys that have been around the league for a while, the Krejcis and even the Marchands, and some of them are getting up in age a little bit. But I think they were kind of hurt by the layoff. But I think their playoff experience is going to kick in. Now, I'm going to stick with Boston on this, but I'm going to go Boston. And I think it's going to go to 7 games.
Okay.
Let's go on to a couple teams from our conference, Washington and the Islanders.
Boy, this is a tough one because, anytime that you're going up against Alex Ovechkin, I mean, it's tough, but man, the New York Islanders, their defense, and they had some opportunistic offense along in this last series. I'm gonna go New York Islanders on this. I'm gonna do the Islanders in 5.
Yeah, Islanders, great choice. I think they've got a great fourth line with Matt Martin and Clutterbuck and I forget who the other guy on that line is, but they were reunited in the play-in round, and that's a tough line to play against. Those guys, if you're standing up, they'll definitely knock you down. But I'm going with Washington, Ovi Chicken and the Washington Capitals. I'm going with Washington in 6 on this.
Okay.
Let's move to Philadelphia, Montreal.
Well, I think Montreal played a fantastic series, did something that hadn't been done before since, ever. And I just don't think that they can do that against that powerhouse Philadelphia Flyers. I think the Flyers sweep them. I think that they go down in 4.
Yeah. I think Philadelphia takes Montreal as well. I'm going to go 5 games. I think Carey Price will win one on his own and shut Philadelphia down for one night at least. But I think Montreal just doesn't have the defense to keep up with Philadelphia on that one.
Yeah.
And let's move on to the series we're all waiting for here. Not only pick who you think is going to win, but give us some of your thoughts on the series. Tampa Bay Lightning versus our Columbus Blue Jackets.
Well, there's a lot that's going to go into this series, especially with the uncertainty whether Hedman's going to be playing or not, and know that we don't have a Stamkos in it. So that really hinders that Tampa Bay Lightning, that team, that back line. So I'm going to say that our Columbus Blue Jackets are going to take this in 5 games. I think they're going to shock the world again. This is not the same Tampa Bay team that was last year, even though you have Vaseline in the goalie position back there. I wouldn't say that he's the number 1 goalie in the world. I think that Carey Price has played a fantastic series. There's a lot of things that go into to winning these games, but I think our team our depth, the rolling four lines. Our forecheck did get at it last game. I think the Blue Jackets are poised to win this series again. I see them moving on. I see them moving on in 5 games.
Good, thanks. I'm going with the Blue Jackets too, obviously. I don't want to be a homer, but I think they're going to get it done. I don't know about 5 games. I think it's going to go 6. I think a lot of it hinges. Tampa plays well at both ends of the ice. Not only are they a great offensive team, they're a great defensive team as well. Picking up Shattenkirk in the offseason, and he's playing on their 3rd pair. But Victor Hedman is the heart and soul of this team, and a lot of it's going to depend upon whether or not he plays. Victor Hedman, I think, makes Vasilevsky a better goalie. I think Vasilevsky is an incredible goalie. I think he's fantastic, very athletic, gets the job done in net. But I think a lot of that, his goal playing ability, is aided by the great defense that Tampa Bay plays. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I think a lot of Bobrovsky's great goalie playing when he was in Columbus was aided by the defense that Columbus played. And I think Korpisalo and Merzlikins are aided a lot by the defense that we play. So I think Hedman's going to be kind of the key. And with or without Hedman, I still think we get it done in 6. I think it's going to require Vasilevsky. I like the way you put it, because one of my keys to the game was Vasilevsky become Vasilinsky. And we get some of those greasy goals. The typical Boone Jenner goal where it goes off his knee and into the net, or just poking around in the blue, attacking the blue, and one trickle by him. So let's hope to see more of that this series. Just attacking the blue and being a presence in front of Vasilevsky. I think that's what's going to help. Allow Zach and Seth and Savvy and Gabby and some of the guys out on the point to just fire a shot in there, hope it hits somebody and goes in, or hope Vasilevsky can't see it and goes in. I'm all for just firing shots from anywhere, and I'm looking forward to Bjorkstrand breaking out this series. I think Foodie is an incredible creator. He's very creative, great with the puck, and he's a playmaker. And I think having him and Ali on the same line, I think that's going to turn into something. Hopefully this series, but down the road for sure. Because Foodie's a guy that can set Ollie up for that one-timer or that little wrist shot that he has. I think it's one of the greatest releases I've ever seen, the way he keeps his stick in close to his body. And you think there's no way he's going to shoot the puck, and then all of a sudden it's behind the goalie. But I think we're going to see Ollie break out in this series. And I'm looking for 4 or 5 goals from him in this series. And let's get the job done.
Yeah. I like to add in there too that if you look at the Blue Jackets over this past season, they play their best against the best teams. They don't have a confidence problem. They're very even keeled. They have a coach that lets them play their game and reins them in where he wants the game to be. They're a veteran group, even though they're young. And I think our blue liners, they're going to take this series. It's really all going to come down to when you have players like Mitch Marner and the likes and Austin Matthews to shut them down, even though they did have their points. Our blue line is our strength in our team, and our forecheck is our strength in our team. You take care of the blue line and you get in there and put pressure on them and keep the puck in their zone, I think we're going to be fine. Again, that's why I pick them in 5. I think that the frustration is going to come through from the Tampa Bay side. Their expectations are going to go out. And I tell you what, game 1 is going to be a rough game because they're going to have all that energy from what happened to them last year. They're going to really want to put it on them. And that's the game that I have the Blue Jackets losing the first. But they're not going to lose anything after that. That's what I think is going to happen. I think there's going to be a ton of pressure in this game 1. It's going to be a tight game. They're going to want to blow us out. They're going to get frustrated. And then when they go into game 2, 3, and 4, they're not going to be able to touch us. I think that our blue line and our and Corpusalo has a couple of more shutouts this series. So love to see that. I know that he wants to stop puck in net, so we'll go there.
And I love the fact that Tampa's coach is John Cooper, who we know can't win big games.
That's right. That's right.
With that name associated with Columbus, can't win big games.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us again today. Hopefully we'll be back maybe later tonight with a post-game celebration. And like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks, Bender.
All right, Duster. Have a good one. Go Jackets.
Go Jackets.